I am so excited for My Chaos Reign, you guys have no idea. Hello everybody, my name is Danny and welcome back to my channel. Today I have some anime recommendations for you guys in preparation for May Chaos Reign because my watching prompt is to watch some anime. If you don't know what May Chaos Reign is, it is an event hosted by myself and my fellow Chaos Queens, Marta, Crystal, and Violet. I will link our announcement videos down below. Yes, we each have our own separate ones, and you need to watch all of them to get all of the prompts. It's a whole thing, but I figured in anticipation of that, I would recommend some anime for you guys to watch in case you don't know what to do to cover that prompt. I did do a video like this almost a year ago, I think it was like 11 months ago, but I've watched a lot of anime since then, and so I have a lot more recommendations, and let's just get into it. First up, I'm just going to recommend literally any Studio Ghibli movie because I love Studio Ghibli so much. So my favorites are Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Howl's Moving Castle, but there are so many of these movies and they're all so good. Love the animation, love the stories that they tell, I love the messages that they bring. They're just all so good, and some of them are just over an hour long, and so if you're looking for something that you can get done in just a short amount of time, this is probably a good bet for you. Next, I have a couple of more movie recommendations in case watching anime shows is just not your thing, but they are Weathering with You and Your Name. There's a little bit of a cheat because I've only read the manga versions of these, but they were movies first, and I do plan on actually watching at least one of the movies in May to cover this prompt. Not that I'm not going to be watching other anime, like, I will cover this prompt so easily, but I definitely want to get to at least one of these movies next month. They are so good, they are full of magical realism, and they feel kind of like Studio Ghibli movies, but maybe for a slightly older audience, and I just love them so much. They were the movies first and then were adapted to manga, and the manga is absolutely amazing. So if the adaptation is amazing, I can only imagine that the original was so good. Cannot wait to get to them. Then we have Vinland Saga, which is another series that I adore. I read the manga first and then started watching the anime, I think. That sounds about right, yeah. So my boyfriend owned, this is the first volume, and my boyfriend owned this one, and I just read it. I think it was for a SkiBR prompt, if I remember correctly. I needed something historical, maybe, and I absolutely loved it. I fell in love from the first page, and the story is just so good, and then I got through a couple of volumes, and then I watched the anime, and the anime is so good too. It's a very faithful adaptation, and I really like the voice actors. It's a little bit weird because there are two different English subs, not subs, dubs. I did not watch it in Japanese, I did watch it in English. There's like a Netflix one and then a different one. I don't remember which one I watched. It's the one that has Keith Silverstein in it, but I really liked the voice actors in it. I thought it was so well done. And yeah, if you're looking for something that doesn't have magic in it, because I know a lot of my recommendations are for fantasy, for literally anything I'm recommending, this might be the way to go because it is not fantasy. It is historical fiction about Vikings, as you can see, and it follows this boy, Thorfinn, on a sort of little revenge quest, and it's so good. My next recommendation is Noragami, which is an anime that I fell in love with from the very first episode. This follows Yato, who is a god, but a very small one, and his goal is just to have a shrine and have some followers. And it also follows Yukine, who is his regalia or his divine weapon that is made from a human soul, and also Hiyori, who is just a regular human girl who gets into an accident trying to save Yato, and now, because of that, sometimes her soul just slips out of her body, and she just wants Yato to help her fix that. And it's just so good. It's wild. I love all of the characters in this and the adventures they get up to. The fight scenes, so cool. I am definitely planning on rewatching this soon. There are 2 seasons, and I know that the manga is still ongoing. I want to read it because I want to know what happens after the events of the 2 anime seasons, but like, there's a lot. And I am in the middle of way too many manga series, so I kind of want to wrap some of those up before I start something new. But Noragami is so good that I might just start it soon anyway. And last but certainly not least, we have one of the funniest anime I have ever seen, and that is Zombieland Saga. We all know I love zombies, so it's no surprise that something zombie-ish ended up here. But Zombieland Saga follows this girl, Sakura, and she dies in the first episode, very soon into the first episode, and then she is brought back to life by this man who has brought several girls to life. There's 7 of them in total, and his goal is to form an idol group in order to save the Saga Prefecture from this curse that it's under. And it's such a wild premise, but like it's so good and it's so funny. My one like qualm about it is that the animation gets a little weird when they're doing their like performances because they're an idol group, they perform on stage, and when those scenes happen, the animation style just changes to be like this really weird thing. I don't know how to describe it. That's the only thing that's kind of off putting about the series. But besides that, it's just super fun, and I love it. There's a little zombie dog named Romero. He's great. Yeah, if you're looking for something kind of silly, definitely go for Zombieland Saga. And those are all of my recommendations for you guys. Hopefully between this video and the one that I did last year, you can find something that you like, or go for something completely different. There's so much anime out there that I haven't seen that's still so great that I've heard great things about and I want to see. Definitely let me know down in the comments what your favorite anime are so that I can have more recommendations. That is always welcome. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!